ALQ, very, very shy girl. Ang ganda naman ng baby ko. Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Reality is I really miss doing this. I am on vacation now. I should have more time, but I have to, well, that's my business. So let's move to our critiques of videos. I'm going back to where I ended which was with JB. Now JB came back and he did a counter argument of the video where I was critiquing who he was referring to as a gorilla. And he had a live. In his live, he was approached and he said it didn't have to be that one person. He didn't mention a name. I had already mentioned in my video that he was going to say that. He was going to use the fact that he's not mentioning a name, the fact that he's being very subtle, as his excuse that he wasn't mentioning D. But I am not going against JB. My whole channel is not about attacking such people. My channel is about attacking the whole system of colorism. All right, and the system of colorism does not start with JB. It actually starts with D and I am Mara, because they are the ones who have such self-hatred that they are going from country to country, which are non-black, to try to turn themselves into non-blacks as whites. There are many people, of course, who came and attacked that. A lot of black people are in denial of being black. They don't think they're black. They think they're European, they think they're Asian, anything but black. A lot of people still hate themselves. And I have a young lady that I came across on Facebook, who posted this thing about that type of self-hatred. And before I move on to JB, I want to share a part of her video with you. I encourage you to go. If you are about how it's like to love yourself as a black person, you might want to listen to her story.
So I bleached my skin. It started innocently enough. When I was in GS2, I had really bad acne. I had big pimples, they were everywhere on my forehead. Now I was dark, I was big, and I went to a boarding school. So naturally, if I got so bad one time, the acne, I couldn't go out to class. I would take a scarf and cover my face and just go to class, because I literally did not want to talk to me. I just felt so out of place and down, and it was just very bad. It's very popular among Nigerians, and a lot of people use it to bleach. But then I didn't know. I just bought it because I wanted to clear my acne. So I used it on my face. Then it started to go. It went slowly. After 2 weeks, I noticed something. I was very fair. My face was now glowy, and it was just fair, and I was looking really pen. I was getting compliments from people who didn't stop me. They were talking to me, and I was like, what is happening? So my friend told me that, don't you know now you're not a Igbo girl now. You're Igbo pengy. You're looking good. I was in between about it, but I won't lie, I enjoyed the praise and the sudden shift in people's attitude towards me. So I continued to use the format tape. By the time I got to GS3, my face was visibly very much lighter than my skin, my body. I told you, I started using it because of my acne, so it was working. But I had big red spots on my face. I began to have spots on my face. My stretch marks began to become more pronounced. So when I was in GS3, I stopped for a while. Then when I stopped, this time around, even adults around me, they're like, oh, you're fair now. Meaning, you're fair before now. Why are you dark now? I was like, I tried to explain to them, but they were like, no. Your real color is that color that Fuba thing brought out. I was like, okay. Because I was just looking somehow, to be honest.
Now, regarding the situation with JB and D, yes, if you really are into the psychology of this, you will know that JB did not like D. That the girl may not be his daughter, that it may be his girlfriend, especially from the clip that I showed you where he accidentally had a Freudian slip I thought I just heard it because I was imagining things. So I looked at YouTube. What did YouTube pick up? Did YouTube pick up another word other than girlfriend? So the script of the video shows girlfriend as well. So I did not hear wrong. He did say girlfriend when he refers to this girl.
Hello, ALQ. Hello. Hello, everyone. Okay. So, guys, I have a very, very shy girlfriend. Ang ganda naman ang baby mo, JB. Of course. Of course, Ate Charika dito. What? Of course. Because of my genes, you are so beautiful.
Upon seeing the evidence that JB is calling a possible 12 or 13-year-old his girlfriend, many might jump on him for sleeping with a minor and then pretending as if it's his daughter. Well, that is part of his culture. It apparently this entire thing with minors in the Philippines just became outlawed last year in 2022.
The age of consent is defined as the age at which a person can legally consent to sexual activity. So take a guess as to which Asian country has the lowest age of consent. It's the Philippines. That's right. The age of consent in the Philippines is 12.
Prior to March 7th of 2022, the age of consent in the Philippines was 12 years old. So I don't know about Filipino culture, but since the age of consent was 12-year-old, that means that many 12-year-olds may have been married or in relationships with older men, such as that of JB.
The age of consent has remained 12, one of the lowest in the world. But it's set to change now. The Philippines is looking to approve a bill that will raise the age of consent to 16 years. Will this legislation be enough to protect young children from sexual abuse?
The Philippines has one of the lowest ages of consent in the world.
So JB may be continuing with the old system of being with a minor.
President Rodrigo Duterte signs into law a measure that raises the age of sexual consent to 16. This means that any adult who engages in sexual activity with a minor aged below 16 is automatically guilty of rape. Protection against rape and sexual exploitation and abuse, increasing the age for determining the commission of statutory rape. The law exempts individuals having carnal knowledge with minors under 16 years from criminal liability as long as the age difference between the parties is not more than 3 years. Under the provision, the sexual activity must be consensual, non-abusive, and non-exploitative. But the law states the exemption does not apply if the victim is under 13 years.
So we see that this entire debate that JB has with daughter about her age, whether it's 12 or 13, has to do with the law that was just passed. So because of the recency of this law, his play of words with the actual age of the daughter, if there is somebody within 3 years difference of her age, it's that person can legally be involved with her if she is 13 or older. But at younger than 13, it is considered as rape in the Philippines now with the new law. But prior to the new law passing, prior to March 7th of last year, young girls in Philippines were getting raped, and a lot of them ending up being single mothers at the age of 12 or teenage single mothers. So they were being abused. And this makes us wonder about Aymara's trips to the Philippines and Bo suddenly leaving him prior to the passing of this law. And the thing about the situation of being in a country where the age of consent is so young, it's easy a means of destroying women who are older, their reputation, their sense of self, and whatever. So Dee being so conscious of her age.
Please, Wodemaya, respect yourself. Leave me. Stop bullying me on social media. We're not even of the same age.
Okay. Going into the arms of this man in a country where he can just go and grab a 12 and 13-year-old and make her his wife, is really setting herself up for greater depression and failure. So all that strength that Dee is showing may not be such when you discover what she fell into. And this is the situation when you go into these different cultures, and your effort, and the worst part is in your efforts to change your color. So Dee is not doing what the young lady who calls herself Debby Emanuel, the one who bleached her skin. She's not going about bleaching her skin per se, or change perming her hair, changing her features as Debby Emanuel, but she's doing so. She and her brother are seeking to do so to the next generation, which is also a form of self-hate. So self-hate is not just about destroying your personal body, but destroying the future of your progeny that you can give birth to. So you are changing the world, changing the society, thinking that it's gonna be better if you help whiten the society as you eliminate the black race.
A $1 change. Yeah. Wow. Babe, $1.
So guys, this is the infinity pool in Cagayan de Oro. So if you want to come here, guys, don't miss this experience. It's a very good place here, and it's very affordable.
Affordable.
You want to swim, ate? No. I will not call you baby na. So I will call you ate. You want to swim, ate? No. Okay, I will.
So as this JB is taking advantage of his culture or playing with new laws that are established,
We have faced a lot together and still have a long way to go. I want you to always be my side every time, for I have found my eternity in you, my mahal. You have been my closest partner, friend, girlfriend, and soon to be my wife in my world of love. You have been my light when there was darkness, my energy in moments of weakness, and my smile in times of sadness. I had believed there was no real love until that blessed day. Different color, different nation. I don't believe that different color and different nation. It's in the person, guys. Nothing to listen, nothing to apologize. Guys, why should I apologize? Maybe you are guys. Maybe you are the one who apologized because why you think that if I mention a monkey, you think that I am referring to someone. Maybe you are a racist, not me. So why should I apologize?
but in the eyes of JB, how strong is the family? It's just that I think that he is not with the mother of. We know he is a father for sure, and it's sad that he is not with that mother. So the president is trying his best to stop the raping of girls. Anyway, as he takes advantage of his culture, we as blacks have been observing Dee and Mara. We have observed their own self-hatred, and it is up to us to see what we can do for those who are of our lineage to help them appreciate themselves for who they are, to stop going to violate other people's cultures, all right, and to stop putting down themselves and those who are of their lineage and of their traits. So in order to do so, we have to realize that there are some women out there who are promoting black. And it's through digital media that they have done so, through social media. And their promotion is like a cry a very loud cry out there in the world because the world is changing and promoting dark skinned women. As we may see in the Vogue magazines, Vogue used to only advertise Naomi Campbell and Emmy, I forgot her name. All right, Somalian, and very fair, light skinned women. Okay, those two women, it was like constantly the two of them were the only people that Vogue had. Now, Vogue is going all the way into South Sudan, bringing the image of Black women so that we can learn to be proud of ourselves. And we also have some young women, such as Angela Summer, who are self promoting the trait of being Black.
Our air is not clean. Is that enough?
And self promoting our hair trait. So let's keep promoting ourselves and support these women who are discovering the beautiful thing about being Black. Let us also support the young men who are giving us credit for the beauty, because credit for beauty has to do with the very basic of biology, procreation. So this is why I give a big shout out to T3andMe, African American young man who is loving his dark skinned wife. And let's keep it up. Let's keep that Black family rolling, learning to love women, to love Black women as Blacks, so that we can reestablish the Black family.
In here.
You should know that skin bleaching is very, very psychological as much as it is physical. There's a psychology behind bleaching your skin because you don't just do it because you want to do it. You do it to feel desirable. You do it to feel beautiful. And you do it to feel beautiful because you feel light skin is prettier than dark skin.
How can I say? It's got a stick. Yes. Like this. Wow, like that.
Final look like Prince. Final look like Prince. And you? Prince.
Wow.
Princess.